This is an emergency broadcast. Code red, here we are. Pick up your iPads, your cell phones, and have me and listen to Uncle the Podcast. Watch out. If you're sitting down for this, or if you're standing up, you better get ready for this, because it's gonna hit the eardrums. Uncle the Podcast.
You are listening to Uncle the Broadcast. My name is Aaron. I'm the nephew-in-law. Here with me to start the show, Uncle.
This is 279, I believe.
I think 278, but
No. It's 79.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm one more from 180. 280.
Okay.
So that's why I know.
We're live on Uncle the Broadcast this Sunday evening from the facilities of Ocelli.com. We're live every Sunday now.
It's Sunday because of his work.
Yeah, basically that was...
That's the problem.
We're changing days over from Friday night to Sunday nights, same time, 11
To
p.m.
your side.
Eastern, or 8 p.m. Pacific, which is for us. Yeah, and the reason was just scheduling. I wasn't able to make it to the Friday shows, but I'm liking Sunday. Sunday's been working out. We've been getting lots of live listeners.
It's his first on, so that's why we are changing it over.
Yes.
Because he starts it.
Mm-hmm. So switching things up here on Uncle the Broadcast, I think it's going to be for the better. It's still the same show, just different day, so I'm glad to be back as always. Uncle, you've got a new pair of headphones you're wearing.
Yeah.
They working out for you?
Nice. Boy, I like these.
Yeah.
These things are much better than those things.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Got to go find some more of these at the thrift store.
That's where we got them, right? We found them there?
Store. Yeah.
Their store find. They say Radio Shack racing headphones, something like that. Yeah. So I don't know if they're meant for like being on like a pit crew. Those ones that you'd wear there. They're sort of noise canceling, and that's why I was playing around with the sound earlier, Uncle. I had to get a monitor set up so that you could hear me talk here in the room.
I've noticed something else. The whole line is fixed, Chuck, with the white all through the house to their room. You finally doing something.
Yeah, you got the Ethernet cable now.
Yeah.
Ah, okay, good.
Yeah, I noticed that. I said, what's this? All through here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I noticed no problems with the signal this week so far at all. So, yeah, that's why. Okay.
Yeah, we're back here in Riverside, so no live from Landers, no weird stuff with the... I've actually got the Ethernet cord hooked up, so maybe that's helping us, too.
That's it. That's what I'm just talking about here, this white line.
That's the white line. Yes, of course, Uncle. Yes, the white line.
Here.
Yes, sorry. You're right.
We want to talk about the baseball playoffs. If Eddie's on the line,
you can call
give
in.
him this number.
Yeah, call in 319-527-5016 is the call-in number. Can come on through Skype. It's Charles.Ocelli. Send him a message. Type him a message. He'll bring you on Skype, Charles.Ocelli. Or call 319-527-5016. Uncle, I get the feeling you're getting used to the monitor with the headphones. Is that a little weird for you? You okay?
No, I'm getting used to it. Yeah. I don't mind me talking to myself because I'm always doing that. But it's just reflecting back.
Yes.
You know how
it's something I have to get used to it too because I'm not really used to it. But you just put it out of your mind. Just don't even listen to yourself.
Yeah.
We'll get there. Uncle. I see Count Pupper is in the YouTube chat.
Count's the one that likes the Philly. That was
yes. Yeah, he's a fan.
He's a fan of them.
Apparently, yeah.
I'll tell you, I was happy game one when they came back from a 5-0 deficit. We were talking about it on Friday night because we were live on my show, and it was pretty wild. They came back and won that first one. Oh, really quick, Uncle, before you get into the game, though, I just want to do my job here and tell you that we got listeners in the Netherlands, Australia, Spain, and the UK tonight. So there's your foreign listeners. Nobody in Canada. Nobody in Canada tonight, but and they are, because of the problems with the website, are listening probably on their phone apps and stuff. But just letting you know, worldwide, we're still out there. So
that's on your side?
Yeah, my website is messed up.
No, that's probably why.
Yeah. But still, we got listeners from all over the world. So, they tuned in and know that you're live on Sundays now. So
they know. So I'm still waiting on the ladies calling. I haven't heard them. How long?
You know what? There was that lady from Spain that called a couple of months ago, right?
That's the one I'm talking about.
Yeah, maybe she's the one in Spain right now who's listening. If you are, again, you can reach out to me on Skype, Charles.Ocelli, and you send me a message. I'll bring you in. Aaron, do you remember her name?
It's eluding me now. Unfortunately, no. And I feel bad because she called twice, like 2 weeks in a row, but I can't recall now.
Yeah. And she was on Skype.
Yeah, she was on Skype.
Yeah, which you can do for free if you're in a foreign country and you're like, I don't want to call because it's going to cost me money. You can call us on Skype and it's free. Just send me a contact request. I'll accept it, and that way, we can talk for free as friends on Skype, and I'll bring you into the show. So no matter where you are on the planet, I can get you on for free if you can use Skype.
Yeah.
Charles.Ocelli is mine again. But anyway, I knocked you off track because you were about to talk about the playoffs. And that first game, the Phillies took it 6-5, and then last night
they predicted. I heard that the first team that wins the first one wins the series.
Oh, yeah. Historically, that's what happens. Is usually the team that wins game one goes on to win the whole series, is what you're saying.
Exactly.
It was also historical because I think there hadn't been a team in, 60 years or something. Somebody can correct me on the amount of years that had come back from a 5-0 deficit in a game one of a World Series until the Phillies did it. In 6-5, which was pretty interesting. I got to say.
Well, we were listening on the radio, and
because we were in Landers.
We were in Landers that day.
It's in the internet radio.
Internet radio. I would have liked to seen it live on the TV, but to see how they reacted, the fans, their fans.
Because they're in Houston. Yeah, I
they
don't know
Houston.
what they were doing.
I just said that.
Showed you, later on, because I was broadcasting until 10 p.m., and that game went into extra innings.
Right.
So later on that night, they showed you what was going on. There's like a big bar kind of joint that's across the street from the new Philly stadium.
Oh.
And so they were showing you this huge group of Philly fans, like, getting excited and happy that first night when they won.
Oh.
So that was pretty entertaining, and Philly fans are definitely lively. So
they're wild.
They're crazy. I'd love to be there to hear the heckling that will happen when the Astros enter Veterans Stadium. That's gonna be good.
That's tomorrow night, by the way.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they're gonna play Game 3 on Halloween night, which is pretty fun.
Yeah, Halloween. That's true.
I used to go to Veterans Stadium because to see the Mets, because it was way cheaper to go see the Mets at the Philly Stadium. And so when I would go there, but I'll tell you something, you go in there with your Mets hat on, as I would do, and they were not very pleasant to you with your Mets hat on.
Of course, they're not rivalries. Yankees are to them.
It doesn't even have to be a rivalry. If you are at all on any other team, you're going to hear about it.
No, but especially the Mets, because they're, same division, and they would be playing for playoff spots against each other. But even when they weren't, boy, you go in there with your NY hat on, in Philly town, and they would go nuts on you, man.
Of course, they're crazy fans in Philly. I told Sidekick here I told him that when we started watching it.
Count Pupper's saying that Phillies fans aren't even pleasant to each other.
That's
also true.
Well, no, that's why there used to be. Now I don't know about the new stadium, but the old stadium they used to have a jail.
Yeah.
There's literally a jail.
Somebody told us
stadium.
that. Somebody told us that.
It was Chuck. It was Chuck that said that.
It's true.
Yeah.
It was you.
It might have been. Yeah, look it up. I'm telling you, it was there. I saw it.
Oh. Ay. Well.
Yeah, and you can bail your friends out after the game if they get locked in there.
Yeah.
The same.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, let's get those rings calling.
Yeah, 319-527-5016 is the call-in number if you want to call. We'd love to have you, as always. Also, Charles Dottocelli on Skype. Send Chuck a message, and he'll bring you on.
Where's Jimmy? Jimmy!
He was on in the previous... Oh, wait, we're getting a call now.
How do you know?
Let's... did you hear the ring, Uncle?
No.
We got a ring. It's coming in. So let's go to this call here.
You got who you from and who is this?
Jimmy James.
Just talking about you, Jimmy.
There's your answer, Uncle. He's
Wasn't
here.
she Elena?
Elena?
Yeah, that's familiar name. That's her.
That was a caller. That was her name.
Yeah, that was her name. Something like
Elena?
that. Elena. You're right. Jimmy?
Maybe. I can't
It's
recall.
something like that. We might have mispronounced it a little or whatever, but it was something. Jimmy James recalling it right because I'm pretty sure that was her name.
Right.
Even if that's a mispronunciation, it was real close to that.
Right.
So it was like that. Yeah, he got it. I couldn't remember though.
Okay. Elena? Oh, that's cool.
Elena, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I
It
know.
sounded
Hopefully
like
she'll
it.
call back one week. It was good to talk to her. She's a good caller. Yeah, she had a lot to say. So, Elena, now I'm afraid that's not right. But do call back in if you get the chance. And anybody who's been thinking about call in for that matter, please do so sometime. We'd love to have you on the show.
Yeah.
We got Jimmy now. Jimmy, what are you up to?
What are you up to?
No, I watched the losing Lions stinking up the field again.
Yeah, I saw a bit of that game. Uncle, did you watch the entirety of the Dolphins playing the Detroit Lions?
Yeah, that one. Yeah. They know they win when they get over 20. I know that team like back of my hand.
The Dolphins.
Yes.
Yeah.
They got to get 20 or better. If they don't, they lose.
Yeah, well, they won today. And
They
again,
won.
it was against the Detroit Lions.
Detroit Lions, because they won.
Sorry about your loss there, Jimmy, but yeah, the Detroit
that was
not
your
having the
team.
season they hoped they might this year. They're not doing it well, I guess.
Oh, that's right. He's from Detroit, isn't he?
Yeah.
I forgot. But
They're pretty much having the season I anticipated.
Yeah. Well, if it makes you feel better, our Rams aren't doing well either.
our Rams just got beat by the 49ers that beat us twice.
Yeah, that's not unusual, but it looked like LA could have won in the first half, and then the last half they fell apart. They have Christian McCaffrey now, who's just doing phenomenal, and Cooper Kupp went on to get an injury at the end.
Yeah, that's
everything was
heard.
going wrong, so it was not good.
Well, I don't think they're gonna be there.
No, it's not happening.
they won last year's Super Bowl, and it's hard to repeat.
They're not going to. That's okay. That's all right.
They're not, and it's
I've
okay.
accepted it.
But I got a prediction of a football playoff. Hate to say this, but it's going to be the Phillies and Buffalo. I have a feeling.
So, Philadelphia Eagles
Yeah.
versus the Buffalo Bills.
Correct.
Is that how the Super that's AFC, NFC? Is that how
Yeah,
that works?
that's
I
it.
can't remember.
That's it.
Oh, yeah,
That's
it is.
it.
Yeah.
I mean, that could be who They could. That's
Okay.
who they.
That's your Super Bowl prediction.
Prediction.
They're both
I
good
had
teams.
that prediction. The question is who, but that up in the air on my head. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any predictions, Jimmy?
Jimmy, what do you
Super Bowl
say?
predictions at the earlier on in the season here.
Well, we're sitting here.
I predict that the Detroit Lions will not be in the Super Bowl.
Well, we know that.
Great prediction, Jimmy.
Well,
Yeah. Okay.
what's this been their second year? The second year.
Second year of what?
He been with them.
That Jim.
Golf.
Oh, you're golf? Is this the second year for golf? Is it?
Quarterback.
Yeah, it is. It is the second.
System.
Yeah. It is the second. Yeah, I just think about
second
that.
year.
Yeah. I knew that.
Yeah. Well,
Or is it third? Because, let's see, who won last year? Well, you guys won last year.
Yeah,
and
we
the year
won it last
before
year.
was Brady with...
Yeah, with the Buccaneers. That's right.
Oh,
what, was it the Buccaneers?
Yes,
Oh,
that was the year before.
Talking about them, they're last in the division now.
Yeah.
Have to be last.
Yeah, they're not looking too good.
I know. Well,
But yeah.
that's what I say.
Well, their division and my division looks like crap. So
You know
it could
who's
be anyone.
You know
I
who's got that division now? It was Atlanta that's got the top 4-4 record.
Oh, they do.
It's a 4-4 record. Can you believe it's a 4-4 record and they're leading the division?
Yeah, it shows you that's not a good division.
That don't
Yeah.
sound right. 4-4 division, man. Yeah,
It's working out.
working out for that division. I don't understand.
Imagine where they would be
Divisions.
at.
Huh?
Imagine where they would be at if they were, in the division with the 7-0 Eagles, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly. Yeah. It'd be a whole lot of nowhere, yeah. But they're leading their division. Yeah, it's weird this year with all the teams. Like, there's some that have ridiculous losing records, and then there's others that, like the Eagles, undefeated, but others that are close, that are really good
Actually,
winning records.
I just looked this up. 4-4 in that division with the Eagles is the Commanders.
Yeah.
Yes.
But look at what they're doing.
Yeah, they're at the bottom. Mhm.
They're just as worse.
They've got problems.
They got pubs.
And it's interesting. They have the old Philadelphia quarterback Wentz is with the Commanders now.
Yeah, he come from the Phillies. Can you imagine this?
Originally, yeah.
Originally,
It's
he
been
was
a
with the
couple years,
Phillies,
yeah.
and look at what's happening. They got it going for a records breaker, trying to say, but they have to, of course, win it.
You know, they used to call him back when he was on their good side. They used to call him Wentzylvania when he was the quarterback for Philadelphia, and they believed that he was going to work out to be a good quarterback. They called him that endearingly. I assume the name changed rather quickly.
Oh, that was quickly once they traded him, or when they got rid of him. That fastly gone down. I'd say down to tubes before that happened.
Yeah. So yeah, now Philadelphia has the Alabama guy. What's his name? The Philadelphia quarterback from Alabama. I can't think of it right now.
No, Miami has him.
No. Hurts. Jalen Hurts. Is the quarterback.
Hurts.
Yeah, I knew that. So.
Oh wait, did he come from it? Wait a minute.
He was from
Oklahoma. No, Oklahoma.
I thought he was from Alabama.
Oklahoma. He was from Oklahoma.
Was he?
The
I don't
other
know.
one,
Whatever.
the one that's with the Dolphins now, was
Yes.
with Alabama.
Now, see, I thought.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah,
Jimmy,
that's
let me know what you remember of this. My recollection was that Hurts and Tua were quarterbacks in Alabama at the same time, and they kind of switched from Hurts to Tua. Or am I thinking of somebody else? Is that how it worked, Jimmy, or was it somebody else? Do you know?
I don't really follow college football.
I'm sure it was.
I thought that was Hurts and Tua, and they switched over to
Hurts-
Tua after Hurts was their leading guy, and then I forget if Hurts left or
No,
what.
because
but
Hurts went to.
he left, I
other.
think. He might have left Alabama after
Yeah.
he wasn't the starter anymore, and they switched
That's
to
right.
Tua. Is that what happened?
It might have been. I don't know. Who's online that would straighten this line out? Give us a call on this
in.
line to know who'd call.
We need one of those sports podcast
Sportsman's
people. They would know the
persons
answer to
to
this.
understand this question.
We're just kind of like swinging in the wind here. We
I'm
think we know
blowing
what
in
we're
the
talking
wind.
about.
I'm losing. I thought it was the other team, and he's thinking Alabama.
319-527-5016 or Charles Sarachelli on Skype. You can call in tonight or any Sunday night when we're live on Ochelli.com.
Yeah.
Yes, we're here.
Who is the Zach Wilson said that he's a new quarterback that just came out of college? Who is he with?
Is he the Jets? Is he the Jets guy? Or am I off?
Yeah, I was thinking. I know it was a New York one. I didn't know if I figured. Must be the Jets.
I think
Because
so.
Bills are doing real good.
Oh yeah.
Jets are doing good too. Actually, they're not as
they
good as the Bills.
beat Miami the first game.
Uh-huh.
No.
Wait.
Yeah. Where did they play them?
I don't remember that.
They played them here. They played them in Miami, I think. Yeah. That's right.
Of course, I mean, Tua had that
Injury.
horrible injury where we don't know if he has brain damage from
Right.
it or not, but it's highly likely. But he's back and he's playing well again,
He's
so that's
back and
really
playing
impressive.
I think with him in there, I think they do better.
He's doing really good.
He's doing better now.
He's doing
and
good.
they're getting him to play pretty good. Fact, he was in this Detroit game, the one that you were with, Jimmy, your boys, and they were playing him back and forth, and come to closing in the second half, he came on and won it for them.
Hey, Aaron, have you ever considered getting Uncle on one of these sports dedicated podcasts, having him do picks?
You know what we should do is we really ought to invite as a guest a sports podcast host. I'm sure that we can finagle that.
Oh yeah, I would like that.
Maybe we ought to do that, Uncle.
Yeah, we'll try that. I want to try that.
Yeah, like a guy that only talks sports. Like he wouldn't have a problem remembering where Tua came from or none of that because he's all on it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. They would know all the answers to this.
He know I'd be right. He'd be Alabama. He knows it.
And then you could have Uncle give like picks of the week, which would be like awesome. Like I mean, right now, right? The World Series is tied 1-1. Right? We know who Uncle's rooting for, but that doesn't mean that means that he thinks that's who's going to win. So what's Uncle's pick for the World Series, right? And the sports podcaster guy, he can hold back his picks and like you could do a thing. You know what I mean? I think.
Yeah. I remember we were doing a sports segment for your show for a minute there, Chuck. Do you remember that little bit we put together?
No, I love that. I wish I could get you guys to go back to it, but then you guys were busy and this and that, and I don't know. Uncle was like happy about doing it during the Olympics. Then I don't know.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, we were deciding if that was me on the picture. I remember that.
I love doing segments like that. I love doing that stuff, but honestly, I don't have the time to do all that kind of stuff now. So. If there's any angel donors out there, so to speak, that just want to dump money on us, send me an email and maybe we can work something out. And you have all kinds of that kind of stuff all the time.
Yeah,
I'd love it. And I would insert the Uncle Sports Report. Like if we could keep it like a short Uncle Sports Report, I'd insert that into all the shows. So you'd be on every show.
I could do it. No one's mentioning that. I was thinking of that.
Yeah,
but
just
like
saying,
I say, we just need one good reporter that's a sports guy. One out of the bunch that we can find.
Right.
That would want to do that.
I'm sure that we could get a sports podcaster as a guest, Uncle.
That's what I mean.
I'll have to search around for
that's
somebody
what I'm
that fits that
about,
description. I know there's a lot of them.
There's got to be a guy who would like just love the hell out of doing that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. We'll have him on. We'll search.
Grumble's brother doing these days?
Oh, Greg Gumbel?
Greg Gumbel.
I don't know. That would
Greg
be
Gumbel, I think he was playing. He was with the playoffs, doing the playoffs for the baseball. I heard him on it.
Yeah, you could call it Gumbel the Uncle.
Yeah. He was on it. He was on the playoff, not the World Series.
No, you
but
guys heard
he
about
was.
that, right?
He was producing, I think, the playoff. I don't know which side though. I think it was the.
Yeah, but the reason I'm saying that is because there was a pitched show called Gumble to Gumble that Seth MacFarlane pitched at one point, and then he turned around and parodied it on Family Guy. He pitched it to Fox that like Greg and Bryant Gumbel were like, a beach cops or something, and they called it Gumble to Gumble. And so it'd be great if it was Gumble to Uncle.
Well, I'd be happy talking. Though this sidekick off the chair here, if I was doing a sports report with the guy, you would know what happened. What happened? What are you doing? I'll be talking away at this guy. Because I could talk a lot of that sports stuff.
Yes.
To the guy.
Lots of sports to be talked about. But I'm surprised I know as much as I do.
I can hear the phone ring. I can't hear the phone. The phone once.
We still have Jimmy on the line.
I know
there
Jimmy's
hasn't been a new call. Well, wait. We dropped a call last hour, but it's only Jimmy so far. And with that, Jimmy, anything else that you have to add, maybe on the sports front or anywhere else?
Yeah.
Let's see here. No, I can't think of anything. I think someone new should call in. Someone that's never called in before. Pick up your phone and call in the show. I want to hear a brand new voice. Come on.
That would be very good.
We're sitting here waiting on your phone calls, Chuck.
I hear you.
We are these guys.
Yeah, all right, so you can
Sunday,
call.
we're trying to talk and nobody's showing up. On the very last Fridays? What's going on here?
In previous weeks, we've gotten a lot of callers, but this week not as much. But they'll be back. They'll be back. I know that, Chuck, you're having some issues with the website. That might have something to do with it.
Oh, yes. I forgot about the website.
That might be part of it.
I don't know. Your website was broke down. That could be.
They'll be back. We'll get callers, I'm sure. So Sunday nights are good. They're working out. Sunday night's a good night. I have way more energy on Sunday. Friday, I can honestly, the Fridays past few that we've done, I've barely been able to feel like I could stay awake, to be honest, while doing the show. So I feel like the quality of the show is going to increase quite a bit by just doing it on Sunday nights. So I'm happy about that. Yeah, been a little tired. No big deal. Just one of those things.
I like a bit Sunday myself. I mean, it is a break in between of what I watch on shows, and I can watch them all, and then by the time Sunday comes rolling around, I be ready to talk.
Indeed. Let me see. I'm gonna see because
Who's in the chat room, by the way?
We are live streaming the video as we usually do. I'm gonna see if I can get any numbers from that. It's not really giving me much for the numbers aren't big there, but probably, I mean, I've been finding that the YouTube videos, people go back to watch them after the live show, and we get quite a bit of action there when people replay the YouTube videos. We've talked about this, but
I had some on my phone now.
It's going well.
I can get them.
The YouTube front is pretty good, Uncle.
I can get on that now.
Not bad, not bad. That's something that'd be good to do is more videos, too. We haven't been doing as many videos as would be nice to do. That would be good to do more of them. But, what's up there, Chuck? What's going on?
What's up there, Chuck?
Not much. I'm just taking a look at people coming and going on the stream. Got a handful of listeners in Houston, Texas, which is interesting little cluster. I don't know what happened to those Seattle listeners. They were there the other week, and they're not there tonight. But a bunch of people listening in Houston on their phones. Looks like iPhone, iPad, and an unknown device, and another one that's a phone. Yeah, okay. Phones and stuff. Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's Creative Accidents.
Hey, this is feeling
that's one town there, the town that he's in. So.
This is feeling much better, these.
So you like the new headphones? Is that what you're saying, Uncle? They're good?
Yeah.
They're working out?
It's not. I don't know what you're thinking it was, B.
Well, you can hear me just fine.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
I can. Yeah.
Okay.
I just can't hear the telephone rings though.
I think the sound effect was just quite low before, so I think
Yeah,
that's what's going on.
Take a listen to this. Let's see if you can hear it.
Oh yeah, I can hear that.
There.
Oh,
Okay,
that wasn't
yeah.
up. That wasn't
We're
up.
good.
High
We're good, Uncle.
Because usually I can hear them.
I got you. All right. Well, we got it.
Come
So
on,
that's
phone.
good.
Why you
Any
got-
calls
Why
coming
ain't you
in?
calling?
And
Now
again,
people just got to call in.
I'm just reading this.
319-527-5016 or Charles.Ochelli on Skype. Call in.
Did you have anybody?
I had Jimmy. We have Jimmy here. Same caller. 2 different shows.
There you go.
You have two. Well, it's 1-1 tie.
1-1 tie, yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
We're sitting here trying to talk on, but
Did you want to talk about your TV show, Uncle? I know that you said something about that at the beginning before we started.
TV show was the second of the golden
Was that the Dragon Show or
no,
whatever?
not the Dragon show. It was
the Sword Show.
It was the with the ring.
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the
You're
Rings.
watching that. Okay.
I was watching that.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings.
Two. I finished 2.
Okay, 2 of them.
So now there's the third one yet, and I'll be watching all of them. Well, I get
Okay.
See,
Oh,
of course, the other one.
that's the prequel to the Lord of the Rings and that, right?
Right.
Yes.
And
Okay.
that was very, very. And the ending was very, very interesting.
Is it good?
And then started doing on fire. Monsters coming at them, chop, chop. Swords going at each other. They're going into that show.
Good.
But
Well, that sounds exciting.
But the guy that was the guy that had the ring was the young fella with his friend.
Oh, okay. So the one ring are we talking about?
Yeah, the one ring.
Because there's several rings. There's like 9 of them or something.
This
as the story
one
goes, if I
ring
remember
with
right.
with the guy, the young boy, that he was with the other guy that turned into a whiny, shiny thing. He became after he was fighting this other guy.
One ring to rule them all, and in their darkness bind them.
Right,
Isn't
right.
that it?
That's
You're
how
talking about that
and
one.
The eye looked.
Oh, he's already an eye. I thought Sauron was like
there
before he
was one
turns.
eye, and he's looking right up there.
Is the eye like some sort of power of Sauron?
Right.
So he's also like a humanoid being in addition to an eye in this
Something
prequel.
like that, yeah.
Doesn't
But
he
it
have?
was
He's
just a
embodied,
plain
right?
eye. And what I saw, it's a plain eye.
He's only
Look,
an eye.
Just a plain eye there standing at saying men are gonna be destroyed, and he was saying that
Because of the ring and all that,
Lord
yeah.
of the Rings, and this is
See,
how.
I had thought that this prequel was going to get into him when he is no longer just the eye.
Well,
but
that
he
might
has like a body and all that.
be. It might be on the third one, but I don't know. I haven't
It's a
got to
series,
that yet.
you know,
it's a
it's a
series. Right.
Okay, yeah, I don't know
It's a
what's going
series.
on with it.
Exactly, Chuck.
I thought he became the eye later. I don't know. I've read the books. I've seen the
You read these
movies.
books don't tell you them. You have to see it on the film. You got to see it on the TV.
Yes,
I mean,
yes, you
that
do.
shows you what these books tell you is imagining. You're imagining things in your mind when you read the books.
Well, Tolkien never made these books, as far as I know. They made. I mean, The Hobbit was the closest thing to a prequel to Lord of the Rings that you get with the books.
that was the.
There's The Hobbit, then there's the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Is it right? Are there other books that I don't know about?
I think there are some other books, but the thing is, he built this whole history. If you notice in the Lord of the Rings, like even if you just watch the movies, they start taking these little historical journeys, right? Where they tell you about, okay, and in the time, at this time, the rings were forged and all that. Yeah. He gives brief histories.
Right.
So what they did is they took some of those brief histories, from my understanding, and expanded it into this script so that now it's not just this like, we're going to tell you about the king that came before, like when the king actually takes the throne again after the sword is redone and all that. Well, there's the whole thing with his father, right? Who was fighting before that. And so they go back into that, but it's only mentioned in Tolkien's books as like an aside, like here's the history real quick.
Oh.
So this is meant to elaborate on some of that history.
Right. That's probably what it is.
Yeah, that much I know. But I mean, but as far as like the particulars of it, forget it, man. I don't know any of it except that the elves, some of the elves are still alive from, hundreds of years before you see the movie because they live a long time.
Yeah. Well, they were always like that. Too. I thought the elves were even immortal.
No, they were.
That was my memory
too.
that they were at least potentially immortal beings.
They were until something happened, and then and that's when they take that journey to another place where they have to leave, and so that's the whole thing. And then, but that's my point is that there's all these histories, and supposedly this series is going to show you those histories.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
it's the same thing they're doing with all the intellectual property these days and making the. If not,
I bet you haven't saw but the one, right? I don't think you've seen.
You're talking about of the series.
Of the series.
No, I haven't seen any of it. I'm just again what you're telling me, Uncle. I don't know about.
I thought you saw some.
I haven't seen the series at all. I've seen the original
think
movies.
Wife did though. She's been talking about.
Maybe she may have seen it. I haven't watched it. No,
You know what's really funny to watch? I don't know if Uncle ever saw them. Did you ever see the original movie series of The Lord of the Rings, the cartoons?
Oh, the animated one?
No.
Yeah.
I don't think I've only seen minutes. I haven't seen the whole thing.
No.
Uncle, you should watch those because I think you would get quite a kick out of The Lord, and it's much shorter than the new movies. I mean, new movies are what? In their like most stripped down form are what, 6 hours, 6.5 hours?
At least that, yeah.
Yeah. So these things were done in like an hour and 10, I think. These cartoons. And so you got like 3.5 hours of like, and it's funny because two of them are in the same animation style, and then like the third one completely changes animation styles.
Weird.
Which is really funny. It's like,
I know.
But and they also did a Hobbit in that too. So you got all three of the movies plus the Hobbit.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I know of those. I don't think I've ever really seen them. I've seen bits and pieces. That's it.
It's so funny. It's so funny.
You gotta see the comic one. You gotta see the comic.
Yeah, it's unintentionally funny.
Remember Stargate, the film?
Oh yeah,
yeah. It starred Richard Dean Anderson, who plays MacGyver, was in the movie, right?
Oh, it's a new one.
That's the TV show.
That's
no.
He wasn't in the movie.
Hold on. In 1990, no, he wasn't. In 1990, Kurt Russell played the character of Colonel O'Neill or whatever.
Oh, yeah, that's
right.
right.
It's a whole different movie.
That's
it's
right.
1994 movie. And then there was a gap, and then there was a show called Stargate SG-1. Awesome show. But before that, there was these books. And I have these audio books. They're based off of the Stargate movie. And they're just a completely different universe and stuff than the SG-1 story went. It's just a completely different story.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Kurt Russell was the movie. I did see that movie, I think, in the theater when it came out. I think I saw it.
It's just like anything else, though. Like you were saying about the intellectual properties. I mean, now we got, the Mandalorian, Obi-Wan Kenobi. I mean, all these different things that have now grown out of the Star Wars universe.
Right. Yeah, they have that, too. We got that.
Same thing with Lord of the Rings. Yeah, that's all they're doing.
I mean, it's just, as many of them as you'll buy, they'll make,
Oh, yeah. Yep.
It's just something different to watch.
Story.
Yeah.
Jar Jar Binks, the origin story of him. Yeah, we need that. We need that.
Yeah. But what this does, this ring, to a person, a man, it takes over his mind.
It corrupts.
It corrupted. And this every time somebody has it or look at it, they think of that.
Yeah. It's a cool. I like the concept of the Ring of Power and the corruption.
That's how
cool.
it works with this ring.
Yeah, it's real good in the books for sure.
Yeah.
Count Pupper is saying milk the cow dry. He's speaking.
That's what they do. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm willing to give the series a shot. I suppose I have to get around to watching it, so maybe I'll do that, and I'll see, Uncle. But in the meantime, I think it's good that you're watching it and you're reporting in to us.
I'm just saying to see that. So I'm just watching that because part of the other one that I was watching isn't out yet. Of the Dragon.
Oh, the Dragon Show, yeah.
Dragon Show isn't out. Number 3 isn't out yet.
That's why we're doing.
That's why I'm going back to it. See,
I see.
I like to watch a show. I say, well, what can I watch now that I've seen this one? And then go. Your wife said, go to see the Rings.
You know what the test of success for the Lord of the Rings series is, Uncle? Is if Peter Thiel opens up a new business and names the business after one of the characters exclusively from this Lord of the Rings series, you know it's succeeded. That's the telltale sign of it.
Well, he's always liked that little guy for some reason. He liked that little guy.
Talk about the Hobbits? Is that what you mean?
The Hobbits.
Okay, yeah.
He always liked the Hobbit guy. And,
who doesn't like that?
And this little Hobbit guy, he started with the ring because he had it last.
Frodo? Or Bilbo from The Hobbit. Because Bilbo is the original Hobbit from The Hobbit that has the ring.
Who is the one?
And then later it's Frodo.
Who is the one?
Also a Hobbit.
It must have been Hobbit then. It was Hobbit then that had the ring in the beginning of.
Do you know what we're talking about here, Jimmy? Are you following
Jimmy, you
this?
know what I'm talking about?
Smeagol.
Smeagol. Gollum.
Yeah. Also, he was a Hobbit too.
Was that his name?
Yeah, Gollum.
Mm-hmm. He mentioned the name in the movie. I lost track of the name, but the guy that's little.
Gollum's his Hobbit name is Smeagol. So when he was a Hobbit, Smeagol, he acquired the ring.
Right.
Then it inevitably corrupted him, and he becomes the character Gollum living in the cave.
Right. That was it.
That's what happens.
That must have been it.
It's famously portrayed by Andy Serkis, but previous to that cartoon one I was telling you about, it's so funny because Gollum is like a lizard. In that one, it's like he's not even like a humanoid. It's really weird.
Interesting. Turned him into a lizard. Huh? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I might have to go back to watch that one of these days too. The old animated ones. We'll see if we can find those.
Go back and watch these movies. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm only like you're saying waiting until that one comes back, the original what I was watching. But I'm keeping busy with that. Yeah, with a show. So.
So I imagine you're not going to watch the Jeffrey Dahmer series on Netflix then.
Oh gosh, you know what? The sandwich artist at the Yucca Valley Subway recommended that, and he was very excited about it. But I don't think I'm going to end up watching that.
What is that?
The Jeffrey Dahmer.
So strange.
What dramatization? What would we call that?
Yeah, it's a dramatization for sure. But there's other parts to it too, where they go into interviews with people, and it's a mishmash of stuff. But it's mainly the dramatization of like what happened. Mm-hmm. Got some serious flaws in it, but and I have watched it, but I'll tell you, I think it is only for a particular type of person that really enjoys it, even though it's super popular right now. Anyway, I'm probably going to do a show on it. Just saying.
The thing about that series is that for the younger generation, this is the first time they've ever really heard of Jeffrey Dahmer. So they're being introduced to him through the series.
It's a shocker to some people.
Well, what they ought to do is watch the show. People that haven't heard of him, just watch the show, see what they get out of him. And then
learn all about it.
They can come back and review it.
You could do it
if they wanted.
Do a review of the show, everybody.
We recommend but you have to watch the show.
You have to.
You have to watch the whole show, not just little pieces either.
Whole show.
Sidekick.
I can't.
Little pieces.
Really?
You gotta go through the whole show.
Okay.
Like Top Gun.
I seen a movie that's a shocker because I had no idea it existed. Turns out that there was a Tales from the Crypt from like 1970, starring that Pleasance guy from Halloween.
Yeah, Donald
Michael.
Crypt Keeper.
Michael. Oh.
No, Donald Pleasance, the guy who plays Dr. Loomis on Halloween on the Halloween series. Yeah.
Hey, you know, you got a new Michael coming out.
The original Crypt Keeper wasn't a weird skeleton dude. He was like a Catholic priest that was killed in England during the switch over there during Henry VIII.
Interesting. It sounds more interesting.
Kind of. It's kind of he would tell like 3 stories. It's kind of in the same style as the newer one.
Oh.
1972 British anthology movie.
Oh.
Is how it's described.
Got it. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't know that movie either. That's interesting. It sounds like it'd be worth going back to watch. Huh.
Some of these, I just go back to watch some of these movies because they make me watch shows and I've seen them before.
A lot of media out there to find these days. So much to dig through. The old stuff, the new
stuff. Here, I'm only using a little TV in the...
Here's a weird name from the past, too. I'm just looking it up. Joan Collins was in that movie. If you can believe that.
Joan Collins, yeah.
Huh.
Interesting.
Must have been so young I didn't even recognize her.
Probably. I mean, 1972, that's the year I was born. That's a 50-year-old movie, man.
Whoa.
Interesting. Have to check that one out. I know that I just got a message, Uncle, from Creative Accents. He wants a update on the mailbox. Do you have any new information on that? Our mailbox?
Oh, our mailbox.
Is it okay?
It's all cleaned up and ready to use mail.
We got mail back.
Got mail back, and now we've been able to get it.
Yep. So, and more
accidents.
On mail theft. When I think it was my wife. Were you with her the day that she went to go get our mail at the post office? And when she was there picking up the mail, somebody came in from outside.
Oh, no.
Carrying. Were you there for this, Uncle?
Nana was.
Oh, okay. So anyway, somebody came in from outside with a whole bunch of mail in their hands, and they gave it to the clerks. They're like, here, this is mail. Somebody was just pulling this out of the mailbox, stealing it in broad daylight. They're like, what?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm bringing it back into you now. But they were out there stealing it from your box out front. So there's more mail theft in Riverside for you. There's a lot of it going on these days.
Well, it's just not here. It's all over the place.
It's definitely here in town, all over town. Oh, it's in front of the post office.
Now that we have the mailbox straightened out, we can send some up to him.
Yes, we can.
Cards.
We can do. Yes,
well,
we
give
can
me
do
your
that.
cards, Chuck.
We'll have to do that.
And I want it now that we got that organized.
Well, good, because I'll tell you what. First of all, I need the cards. But second, you know what's strange to me is you got all this mail theft in Riverside. I live in a city where people are getting shot every day, just about.
Shot?
Right?
Oh, boy.
There's armed robberies, within a couple of blocks of me every day. And nobody's stealing mail here.
They want to kill a person.
They're robbing stores, shooting each other, but nobody's stealing the mail.
They gotta get with the times, Chuck. It's all about identity theft now. They're going, they're going working too hard. Work smarter, not harder. Criminals is what I guess the credo out here.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. I mean, look, I guess it's more old school where I'm at.
Yeah. It's old school.
Yeah, all the burglaries, armed robberies, murder, all that wonderful violent crime. Where
I guarantee you more dogs get stolen here than mail any day.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of missing dogs here. We get a lot of missing dogs.
It happens. Yeah, that does happen. I don't know what the mail thing is, but it is widespread here. I know that much. Yeah, for sure.
One of my neighbors not too long ago, somebody robbed their house and stole their dogs too. They just cleaned out all their stuff and the dogs.
Goodness, crazy.
3 dogs.
Yeah,
big dogs. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
They wouldn't get near our dog, I tell you. They'd be barking out them down the street.
You know what media is lacking in today's media ecosystem is those crime shows they used to play where they show like America's Dumbest Criminals or whatever, and then that narrator guy gets on there and says how stupid they are. Like, these idiotic criminals are so stupid. They're stealing dogs, and now they're stealing mail. Good thing the cops showed up to throw them behind bars. Remember those shows?
Oh, yeah.
We need more of those.
They still have them.
They do?
Still.
Oh, good.
They have those.
They have those?
Yeah.
They still play Caught on Tape. They still play a show called Caught on Tape, I'm pretty sure. Because I know I just saw one the other day.
Oh.
This utter moron is endangering the lives of the public. It's good that our law enforcement is here to beat him up and throw him away.
Yeah, thanks. What was that? John Walsh was his name? The guy who was Most Wanted?
I think it was him narrating. Yeah.
He's the guy who created that whole style of like, and these fools, look, they drive down a one-way street. And they, he had a style.
Oh, yeah. They really knew how to lay into those criminals. Yeah. Low-hanging fruit, kind of, but whatever.
Better luck next time, Sunday driver. You know.
Yeah. He'd make wisecracks all the time. Yeah. I believe they might have gotten the same guy to narrate those when animals attack. I remember similar narration style if it wasn't actually him. I can't remember for sure.
That guy was hilarious too. These bears are not trying to find out whose porridge is too hot or cold. They share the hiker. You know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
This chair is too hot, too warm.
Classic TV, Uncle. That's what that is.
Definitely.
How much time do we have, Chuck? Are we done? Is this it?
Oh my God!
Yeah, you got about 4 or 5 minutes because we started just a touch late. So yeah, you got about 4 or 5 minutes left.
Okay, cool. We can talk more about When Animals Attack Part 8. That's good. We're going to need this time to do that, Uncle. Do you remember those shows?
Part 8. No. The only thing I do remember is one show, The Outdoors.
A show or a movie?
I still got a kick out of that show.
You're talking about The Great Outdoors, the movie?
Yeah.
John Candy, Dan Aykroyd.
They're going in there, and the guy's going to rip the guy, shot the ball off the guys with the bear, and he was running like a human butt. I still can't get over this.
Yeah, that's a funny movie.
That one there, gotta be.
That's a good movie.
Gotta be laughing. Look at this.
Great Outdoors.
Spoiler alert, you're telling me your favorite part is where he picks up the lamp and he shoots him with the working shotgun lamp, rifle lamp, and blows the fur off of the bear's backside, right?
Right.
Yeah, okay.
That was very funny. Did you see that, Chuck?
Oh, yeah, I saw that, yeah.
I know it was funny.
They have the raccoons outside that have the subtitles.
Trying to listen to this, and he's going on and on. Bing! He actually run away.
Yep. Yeah, The Great Outdoors. Yeah, there's a lot of good scenes from that movie. And John Candy, classic. Man, he passed many years ago, decades ago. His classic movies still. I think that those are the movies that I believe still people watch. I think even the younger generation finds them and enjoys them. Definitely timeless comedy there.
Yeah, it's one of those classic 80s, like Ferris Bueller's Day Off and,
Oh, and then blew the house up on the Christmas lights. That's another one.
Are you talking about the Christmas Vacation?
Vacation, going up the stair. How did turn the lights on? Turn the light on. What happened here? Everything's burned down. Everything's going down.
The cat gets burned up.
Yeah, the cat. Right now, Chuck. You got burned up.
Yeah, that falls into that category of movie too. I would say those classic comedies that still get play. Yeah,
the National Lampoon's, the whole series, the European Vacation. The kids change every movie.
Yeah, that's always a little bit weird. It's the same Chevy Chase and his wife; they're the same, but then the kids are always changing. Yeah,
Beverly DeAngelis and Chevy Chase, right? DeAngelis, right?
I think so. Yeah, I think that's her name. Yeah, but they remain steady. Yeah, those are good. Those are fun. But let's see here. Now we are about there. Jimmy, is there anything that you want to say or any shout outs before we go? Jimmy, before we close the show out?
I guess rest in peace, Jerry Lee Lewis.
Lewis, what happened to him?
Lee Lewis.
Oh, I was waiting for somebody to bring this up. Yeah, Jerry Lee Lewis died just yesterday.
Oh gosh, that just happened?
Yeah.
Oh,
I did not hear of that.
I did not hear that.
There you go.
Yep, the killer is finally gone. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not many of them early rock and roll guys left. So.
I'm surprised. I thought that he was already dead, honestly.
No, just either yesterday or the day before. I forget when they announced. I think they announced it Saturday morning.
Huh.
That was when we were at Atlantis, and we didn't hear it.
Okay, we were out of the news loop.
That's your media blackout at the UFO compound. Okay, I got you.
Oh, yeah. That's how it is out there.
Yeah, that was fine.
All right, well, thanks for calling, Jimmy.
Thank you.
Unfortunate news, but yeah, thanks for calling. We'll talk to you soon, I'm sure. Take care, man.
We'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, Jerry Lee Lewis. I'm surprised, Uncle, you didn't know about that?
I had no idea.
Wow.
I've heard of other people when I'm here listening to people, but I haven't heard of him. Taze Lewis. He was the one.
Great Balls of Fire.
Balls of Fire. Did he do the for the kids?
He married one.
No. Not Jerry Lewis. Jerry Lee Lewis.
Oh.
The guy who did a whole lot of shaking going on.
Yeah.
Oh,
played the piano.
Oh, the piano guy.
Yeah.
I was thinking of.
You know the song.
Yeah, I know the song, but
he was thinking Jerry Lewis, the telethon guy, the comedian.
Oh yeah, no, not Jerry Lewis of Buddy with the Rat Pack and all that. No, this is Jerry Lee Lewis. Great Balls of Fire. Again, the most famous song probably.
Jimmy Swaggart's cousin.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of things going on with him. Interesting life to say the least. But yeah, Uncle, I think we're out of time here. So.
Okay, well, I think we're out of time now.
That's
Psychic
okay.
says.
Yeah.
I don't know where the time clocks are.
It went
in this
away.
house.
That's what happened.
Well,
at Uncle Podcast, Instagram, Twitter, UncleThePodcast.com. Uncle, bring us on home here.
there's our show. 279 is in the books. Bye-bye.